Good morning, y'all. Out here on this chilly morning in Texas Hill Country. This is Azie, the alpha Cane Corso. With Gypsy, the pit bull, in some water. Gypsy. We're just waking up. And beautiful morning. Vito! Lucia! Look at you. Oh, Lucia's got something there. Let me go see what she's got. And so Vito is the 6-month-old Cane Corso puppy. And then Lucia, oh, Gypsy's going for that rock. Lucia's the 2-year-old female Cane Corso. What you got, Lucia? Let's see. What you got? What you got? Oh, she's got one of these little bully sticks I gave him last night. Vito has glue, some glue on his ears I took him to Houston recently, and they put some tapes on his ears to try to train them to stand up straight. So that's what that glue is from the tape. Hi, Vito. Hi, baby boy. What you got, Vito? See, one man stands alone. One man stands alone. Does anybody get that reference? Any 80s babies? I grew up in the 80s. That was a popular TV show. Comment down below if you know what that's from. Anyways, I brought this little cover here so we could sit on because it's cold. Hi, baby boy. Vito is looking super tall. And Dolce, she's my other Cane Corso. She is 4-year-old female. She's inside. And there's Tuxie. Yeah, Dolce is really close to my brother Albert, so she usually stays with him until he wakes up. She's a baby boy. Azie. Baby boy. Sweet boy, honey. Vito is looking really good. 95 pounds. I might as well call him 7 months because he's going to be 7 months here in less than a week. So we'll call him 7 months. 95 pounds. Look at his muscle definitions, looking good. Coat's looking pretty good too. Vito, what's that, Vito? And I've seen some good indication that his testosterone is ramping up as expected, because he's been trying to really kind of hump the females. And some of that's just being dominant, but my female Lucia was in heat. Vito, what's that? Let me see. What you got in your mouth, Vito? Let me see, Vito. Oh, he's got some kind of tape in his mouth. Nope. Okay, not anymore. Well, anyway, yeah, he was trying to, put his front paws on their back sides and stuff like that. So I think it was a combination between him trying to show dominance with his testosterone kicking in and feeling his oats. He's starting to feel his strength. What was it? What was it? Vito. And he's usually first on the scene. If there's something of concern, he's the first one out there. His bark has become extremely deep Well, it was pretty much like Ozzy's bark right now. So he's shaping up nicely. I think he's gonna physically look similar to Ozzy when he's full grown, as far as size and stature. Let's go check out what they're doing. What's that, Oz? Vito? What's that, Vito? Vito? I'm gonna go see what they're doing. I don't want to leave my comfy bed. But I want to go see what they're doing. Oh. Okay. Okay, here it comes. Come on, Vito. Okay, good. Here's Gypsy with her catch of the day. The rock du jour. Okay, Luchi. See how Ozzy's still sniffing around her. She's toward the end of her heat cycle now. Vito. Checking out Ozzy. Hi, baby boy. Vito's got a beautiful movement when he walks and when he runs. Not all Cane Corso have. They're supposed to have a nice, beautiful movement, like almost like a horse, where they glide when they're running, or trotting. And it looks like they're just gliding. Very graceful movement. And each Cane Corso has, kind of degrees of that. But what I've seen in him so far is that he's got a really beautiful movement. Yes, mi Vito. What's that, Oz? Vito. Whoa, what was it? He's got some FOMO, fear of missing out. Let me go see what's going on over there. Something's going on. It must be maybe it's a deer or some kind of animal. Let's see what we got. They're gonna make me work this morning. Oh, it's much sunnier over here. There's that jolly ball. It's called a jolly ball. Kind of a ball made for horses. Oh, I hear a gunshot. What's that? Must be somebody. What's that, Lucia? Whoa. I'm running up on Tux. Oh no, Tux doesn't play. Rito doesn't realize Tux doesn't want anything to do with it. Tux is acting like nothing happened. He's like, just don't pretend like I'm not here. Just don't even mind me. I'm not even here. What's that, Lucia? Oh, shit. So Gypsy just ran into my ankle, my shin. Good thing she's lower, because if that was a Cane Corso that ran into me like that, could have taken out my knee. Ozzy was checking Tux right there. Just reminding Tux that he's the alpha dog. Girls. Gee. Well. Oh, that's Gypsy. Hey. Lucia. See, they're ganging up on Gypsy. Lucia. Chia. Hey now. She's trying to engage and play with Gypsy, but I don't like how Vito and Lucia were kind of ganging up on Gypsy. even if that was started in play, a pit bull doesn't always play by the same rules. And so I kind of want to disperse that little interaction because Gypsy could snap. Hi, baby boy. See you? We're barking up the wrong tree there. Gypsy's a really good sport, except with Dolce, the dominant female Corso in there. Let me wipe off this camera. Ooh, what's going on? Gypsy, careful, careful, careful. Get your breath. Come on, Gypsy. Get your breath. Come here, Gypsy. Gypsy. Oh shoot, there's something in the tree. Let me go see. I hope it's not a porcupine. Just a minute. Leave it, leave it, leave it. Let me see. Let me see. Uh-oh. Let me see what it is. I don't see anything. Gotta be real careful for porcupines. What's that, Vito? What's that, Gypsy? What is it, Oz? What was it? What was it? Kind of following their line of sight. See where their eyes are going. If it were a porcupine, they'd be right at it, I think. It doesn't look like they're at any one point right now. What is it, Oz? He's marking over where Lucia had peed right there. Vito. Come on, Vito. The long-legged boy. He's pretty tall, man. He is really tall for his age. He'll be as tall as Ozzy, no doubt. Hey, baby boy. Okay, Oz. Oops, I just remembered that I left my coffee down there. Get out of it, get out of it, get. Good boy, whew, good girl. Good boy, okay. Oh, didn't want them in, good boy. Didn't want them to get in my coffee. I think coffee is toxic for them. Was it Lucia? Oh, she's about to pounce on Azie Ambush. Azie, hey, Papa. Well, hi, baby boy. See, Vito's actually trying to engage in a sparring session with Azie, and it's a good sign that Lucia. It's a good sign that Ozzy's not taking it in a bad way. Yes. He's frustrated. He wants to play with Ozzy. Rito. Come on there. cold wind. Cold wind coming through. The Vito. You got your stick, huh? That tree branch. Corso are notorious for getting huge, like, tree branches and huge sticks. Lucia. Where's a Lucia? Rito. Get it, Vito. Get it, Vito. Get it, baby boy. What's that? Is it Vito? Where's the Vito? I think I'm gonna move to the other area. It's too cold. This chair is too cold. Oh my goodness, something's going on back there. My brother Albert and I are going to... We're thinking about just getting these piles of branches and creating a burn pile pretty soon here. I'm just kind of burning all these branches. I wanted to mulch them, but he was saying they don't mulch as well if they're a little bit wet. And we've had some rain. Get this ball over here so they can play with this ball. Get it, Lucia. Get it, Vito. Look at this. Get it, Vito. Get it, Lucia. Luchi, hi, pretty girl. Okay, back to my comfy chair. Okay, hey, sweet girl. Whew, much better. Yeah, y'all, I mean, y'all know I work full time, so when I have a weekend, I just savor every moment because I don't get to spend all day with my pack. Usually on the weekdays, of course, so I try to make the most of the time that I have with them. Well, their lives are so short, relatively speaking, anyway. I will post some videos of my trip to Houston to the vet. This video is kind of out of sequence, out of order. So I'll post the prior videos that I filmed after this one. But I was talking to a guy at the vet clinic in Houston. He's got a Cane Corso. He was there for one of his dogs. Ear, trying to get the ears looked at. Anyways, Azie, what you got, Oz? He was saying how his Cane Corso was 10 years old, and I was asking him, how's the health, how's he doing, how's he getting around? He said, pretty well, he gets around okay. But he said he's less accepting of people, like coming into his home, family members, friends, anybody. He starts to growl at people, And oh my gosh, y'all, that was like, ooh, that's a red flag sign. That's very dangerous. And he was thinking it was due to the age of the dog. And I didn't say it, but I'm thinking to myself, well, I mean, unless the dog's in pain, I mean, that could be it. But I think that that's what can happen when you don't socialize your dog. And he did say that he doesn't really, he doesn't take him out because he started to show, the dog started to show signs of, not tolerating other animals in the vicinity, not tolerating other dogs. So what he did is he just stopped taking that dog in public. And what I think is happening, of course, I'm an outsider. I don't know all of his detailed situations, but I think it's an example of what's likely to happen when you do something like that, is that it's a vicious cycle. So people that take a Cane Corso out in public and it happens like that, where they're like, oh no, he's not accepting other dogs, so I don't want an altercation with another dog, so I'm not going to take him out in public anymore. Well, then it just makes the situation worse, because now the dog is not getting socialized. And it sounds like that may have been the situation in his case. Again, I don't know his complete situation. I just knew him for 5 minutes. But but it's just an example that, I've told this story many times. I noticed that in Ozzy, when Ozzy was around a year of age. I had socialized Ozzy and everything when he was a puppy, took him to Home Depot and places that allow dogs, and he was fine. He was totally fine, good with people, good with other dogs and everything, for the most part. Not really friendly to other dogs, but wouldn't growl at them. But then, when his hormones started kicking in more and more, he became more and more protective, more territorial, would even start to growl at other dogs and bark and lunge at them. And so what I had to do was it was almost like it was a very urgent situation, put it that way, that I had to do some intense training with Ozzy, which involved exposing him to those situations in a controlled manner. So what I would do is I would walk Ozzy next to a stable fence with a dog barking behind the fence at him, to where he couldn't see the dog, be like a wooden fence. And Ozzy would, his natural tendency would be to lunge at that fence, throw his paws up on that fence. And let me go see what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. They're being quiet over there. And so what I would do is I would walk by that fence, but I would stand in front of Ozzy. I would stand between Ozzy and the fence to show Ozzy that I'm in control of this situation. I don't need you to protect me. I'm protecting you. And so I would make him sit. And we would just kind of rinse and repeat that. And it, he didn't do it easily for me the first few times, of course. He would still not want to sit and all this stuff. And the other thing is that you can do is, this helped too. I would run past that fence. So when you have momentum in a run or a light jog, so I would kind of jog past that fence or run to where Ozzy doesn't have time. He's gonna try and lunge at that fence with the barking dog, but I kind of tug a little bit on the leash as I'm running past it, but I make sure that I'm between the fence and Ozzy when we're running, and I just run, and kind of jerk on the lead, and so where he has to follow me because we're running, so he doesn't have time to stop and bark at that fence. But he hears the dog. Now he knows, okay, we don't need to stop and bark at that dog. We're on a mission. We're running. We got momentum. And so I would kind of do that, back and forth, alternate those little exercises at that fence line. And then gradually I'd get to a fence where there's a dog that he can actually see, like a see-through fence, and do that same kind of, those two exercises. It's probably better to start with the one where you're running. That way, you know, they don't try to overpower you if you are doing the one where you make them sit by the fence. But, and just kind of gradually expose them like that. And then another thing that I would do is take them to a pet store. And take them to a pet store where I know there's going to be dogs. Pet stores that allow dogs anyways. And because those dogs are on a leash. I wouldn't take them to a dog park. That's too much. But what you got, Vito? What you got, Vito? Look at his beautiful eyes. Vito, I know y'all have noticed, he's got some reddish highlights, kind of a reddish tone on his neck. The rest of him is pure black, but I like that little kind of reddish tint to his neck area. It's not a brindle pattern, it's just, he's mostly solid black, but just a little bit of a highlight on his neck when the sun hits it. I think that's called someone mentioned it, a seal. S-E-A-L, kind of a seal pattern, where the undercoat kind of comes through a little bit. Now his father, the sire of his litter, is fawn, or reddish kind of fawn color. I guess fawn is the name. So, where is it, Vito? He hears some rustling back there. I gotta fix that right ear. That right ear is not standing. I think it's his Gypsy back there. Where is it, Vito? Yeah, I think that was Gypsy. Okay, back to business. It was just Gypsy. Come on, Tux. Tux. Come here, Tuxie. He's like, is it safe? I don't trust it. I know Ozzy's gonna come back soon. Well, anyways, what was I saying? Oh, He's trying to pick up. He's trying to pick up Gypsy's bad habits with the rocks. Vito. No. I'm trying to give him something. Oh, that was Azie back there. And let me give you this bone. You can chew on. Oh, I totally forgot what I was saying. Here, baby. You can chew this one here. There you go. There you go. I'll leave the rock for Gypsy. Okay, but yeah, so I would take them. Take Ozzy, I would take him into a pet store where the dogs are on leashes with their owners, and I would, see like on one aisle over me, I can see that there's a dog there with his owner, and I would gradually peek around that corner with Ozzy, making sure I got a real tight handle on his leash and his collar. I mean, not so tight to where I'm signaling to him that I'm nervous. I just want to make sure I got a good grip, but it's kind of, I'm not pulling on it just yet. And then I gradually, I make sure that my body is in front of Ozzy, but I do that in a way that he sees the other dog. And then I make a nice, like, oh, that's a good dog, like make a friendly voice. And so he sees my body language, he hears the friendly tone in my voice, and my body's in between him and the other dog. And then, I quickly, turn around and redirect him to an area where there's not another dog. So kind of just really controlled exposure like that. But that would be a more advanced exercise. Like, you wouldn't want to do that if you hadn't done the other exercises first. You know, you wouldn't want to do that if your dog is like extremely aggressive toward other dogs. So I save the ones in public for when I know I've got a handle on them. But so yeah, and it really has helped. I've made several trips to Houston to that vet clinic where Vito's been exposed to other dogs, big dogs, Dobermans, other Cane Corsos, Great Danes, and so he's had interaction with them, and they were all on leashes, and so that's a great socialization for Vito. But like I said, you know, he's still very much a puppy. He's not even a year old, although his hormones are starting to kick in a little more. So that may change. He may not be as accepting of other dogs as his hormones start to elevate. And so I got to keep on exposing him. So that's the huge responsibility that an owner of a Cane Corso has. You have to keep exposing them in a controlled manner, in a safe manner. But look at his structure. Got a really nice rear angulation there. Vito. But yeah, so that's my job right now, is I gotta make sure that he continues to get that socialization. And what I've been doing, and you've seen this in prior videos, and I'll post even more videos on this. Anytime I take them in public, I try to also take Ozzy and, you know, have Ozzy and Vito ride in the back of my vehicle together. I just try to promote a really good bonding experience between the two males. Just so that I'm on a really good footing before the hormones really kick in with Vito. So when you have both males and females in a pack, you have to really be careful, you know, of course, that the males are not going to become competitive in a dangerous way. Vito, what you got, Vito? So far they've been really good with each other. Hi, Vito. Hi, baby boy. They've been really accepting of each other. I'm really happy with how Azie and Vito are with each other right now. That could always change, of course, you know, but we're off to a good start. And I credit Vito's temperament, the excellent temperament, to that. Well, both Vito and Ozzy, both are very stable, very, very stable, confident but stable temperament. I know in some packs, like if you look at, I watch Senza Tempo Cane Corso channel, and Batista, her beautiful gray brindle, who has sired, I think, a few of her litters, but he's very dominant, very, very dominant male Cane Corso that she has, Batista, and she, you know, she said it's just his nature. As much as she's, you know, promoted a good bonding with her other males and everything, it's just in his nature that he's not going to be accepting of other males. So a lot really does depend on the temperament of the individual dog, how far you can go with that. So what you got, Luchi? Man, Luchi is so large. Sometimes I think it's Ozzy coming at me. I thought that was Ozzy for a minute there. What you got, Luchi? Luchi. Now, the interactions that I'm following closely is Vito and Dolce. If this is the first time you're seeing a video of this channel, I'll show you Dolce when I go back inside. So Dolce and Vito have been kind of having a power struggle. And it's usually when they both want something, a stick or a bone or something. And what happens is Vito will try to take stuff from Dolce. And of course she'll snap at him and you'll see teeth flying and growling. And but he never backs down. That's what's interesting. Now Dolce is a very, very dominant. She's my most dominant female Cane Corso, and she's also had power struggles with little Gypsy here. But what was interesting is Vito does not back down. In fact, they had a little run-in where it was that same situation. They were trying to get something that they both wanted, and man, Dolce, she sounds vicious. And it was, teeth flying and growling, and real quick, for like half a second. And Dolce actually had a little bit of a nick on her muzzle that was bleeding. Nothing deep, but a superficial nick. And Vito was unscathed. And he stood his ground. He did not back down to her. And so that's happened a couple times. And get that thing out of his mouth. And let me see, Vito. Let me see. Oh, okay. He got it. Good boy. And so she's learning that he is dominant and not to be messed with. And sometimes she still tries to, maintain her dominance over him, but I'm pretty certain that once he fills out, when he becomes bigger, she's gonna back down to him. She's not even gonna try. So Azie. Azie. He was trying to. She's like, come on over here, boy. She's still a little bit in heat, I think. I thought she's out of it for the most part, but. See Vito trying to mount her. Now see how oh, that was a play bow that Ozzy did. See how Ozzy is accepting Vito over there near a breeding female. So it's a really good sign. I'm really, really happy with how good those two males get along. Azie, come on, us. See? Did you see that? He was paying respect to Ozzy. Vito was. I think he was just trying to lick his muzzle for a split second there. Really good sign. Really happy about that. Where's that Oz? Where's that Oz? Good boy. Luchi. Luchi. Where's Vito? Hi, baby boy. Well, y'all, I think this video might be getting kind of long. So I will try to wrap it up here. I'll let you see Dolce here in a minute when I go back inside. Did you hear that gurgling from Ozzy? I think he's got GERD, gastric reflux or something. Need to get him into a GI specialist. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this here and then I'll come back on whenever we go back inside so we can see how Dolce is doing. Gypsy. What you got, Vito? What you got, Vito? With your big old paws. There's Dolce. Oh, she came out actually. Oh, there's Luchi. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, baby girl. Yes. See how Gypsy's trying to square up to Dolce a little bit? I gotta watch her. I gotta watch her. Hi, baby girl. Yes. There's Dolce. What you got, Dolce? Vito. Dolce. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl. Dolce. Hi, baby girl. Where were you? Where were you? Dolce. Come on, Dolce. Where's it, Lucia? What's that? What's it, Dolce? I think she hears that squirrel. What's that, Dolce? Sweet girl. Dolce. Ooh, that's a cardinal up there. Let me see if I can get it in the camera. Oh. Oh, missed it. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl. Dolce. Were you sleeping? Were you sleeping? Come on, baby girl. Her nose is really working. Well, what was it? No, he's going after Tux. Where's that, Dolce? Well, y'all, I'm gonna get inside and get some breakfast, get these dogs some breakfast. Hope y'all having a good day. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button. And we'll see you on the next one. Gypsy. What you got, Gypsy? Where's your rock? Lucia. Luchi. Luchi. Hi, sweet girl. Luchi.